Okay, welcome. Welcome to the first live. This is going live now on LinkedIn. This is my first ever live on LinkedIn. So, really excited to have you guys join me. If you can let me know where you guys are joining in from, that would be great. And it's also going on Facebook and on um, YouTube as well. So it's out on all these all these three. So let me know. But really, LinkedIn is my kind of key place where I'm hanging out. So in the next 30 minutes, I really wanted to add tremendous value. So just type in the chat, where you are coming in from. Are you on Facebook? Are you on YouTube? Are you on LinkedIn? Just give me a shout out and I will let people know that you're in as well. So awesome to have you here. I'm going to be talking about the 7 pivots. Okay. If you want to really kind of respond, reset, and reinvent your business successfully, then there are 7 specific things that I'm going to be sharing with you today. And this is the exact formula that I've ended up using in the last 2 months, really, to have a business which was primarily a local business, business that was actually, just in an event business, go really digital and go global. So, really excited to have you here with me. So just type in the chat and we will get started in another 1 more minute. Let people come in. Type in the chat, where are you from? Are you on Facebook? Are you on LinkedIn? Or are you on YouTube? Let me know. Give us a shout. I'll give you a shout back. Awesome. Okay. So we already have some people here. Helga, very nice. So we have Helga there. We have Satyajit, very nice, on LinkedIn, very good. Nidhi, welcome. Nice to have you there. So our LinkedIn family, awesome. Okay. Good. So welcome. Okay, we've got more people coming in. Florence. Oh, wonderful. From Entrepreneur Summer School. Superb. Sunny. Elizabeth from Coventry, LinkedIn, very nice. Sawmill, very good, from India. So we really have a great bunch of people from all over. Hi, Bina, welcome. Awesome. So we've got some good people from all over the world. So glad that you guys could join us here today. So this particular show, we're calling it the Titan TV show, and it's powered by Titan Masterminds. So I'm going to be talking about some of the things that will really help you become a Titan in your niche. So whatever your chosen niche is, we're going to help you do that. Okay. Hey, hi, Sagarika, welcome. You're from India. Wonderful, awesome. Neeraj, a namesake from India too. So tons of people from LinkedIn. Very nice, very good. Okay, so let's get going with this. Let me just add my PowerPoint, so you should be able to see the screen. Don't worry, I will be kind of putting it in a slightly larger context. Here we go, and I will be going through each of the 7 specific steps. Okay, so don't worry, I will kind of check in with you guys and see how you guys are doing. Okay, so these are the exact 7 steps that I took, where initially when COVID happened, we were an events based training business, which was delivering local trainings in Mumbai. And within a 2.5 month period time, I've literally gone from a local business to being a global business. And this particular month, I ended up doing a particular course where we had people from the Entrepreneur Summer School, and it was a global audience from all around the world. And we had about 50 people do my LinkedIn program there. So, what are the specific steps that we ended up taking? Okay. So, I just wanted to take you through each of those steps. So, the first thing that we really did was I pivoted my mindset. Look, you are not going to have any change if you are stuck in the same old mindset. You've got to have a growth mindset. Um, and there are four parts to growth that I would say. You want to get your spirit energy in the right place, your physical energy, your mental and emotional energy. Those are the four key parts that make you up. And I believe that if you get those grounded in the right place, okay, and the best place to do that is using a morning routine. What it will end up doing is it will help you start in a positive, powerful way. It will help you start in a place of inspiration and a place of possibility, because there is nothing worse than coming from a place of fear and lack. And when you have tremendous amount of change happening in your life, it can be distracting, it can be disturbing, it can be challenging, particularly of the kind of nature that we had, and especially when we were all suddenly all cooped up uh, at home. So we all really had to get our mindset right. And I think if you get your mindset right, you won 80% of the game, because then you come from that real place of possibility. So it's so important that you do that. And the best way to do it is really have a morning routine. Now, I'm going to be covering these things in more detail in upcoming Titan TV sessions. Okay. But right now, what I want to do is I just want to give you a quick overview of all of these. So I hope this is making sense to people. Okay. So how's everyone doing? Let's check in. I'm going to check in. Okay. So wonderful. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Debani. Hi, Lalit. Wonderful. Okay, Bharat. Hi, welcome. Awesome. So, is this kind of making sense to everyone? Just if you can put a comment there in terms of the growth mindset and these four key parts that I've just talked about. If you have a morning routine, what's one of the key things? For me, the key part of a morning routine is really having starting with a very powerful meditation. I have a 15-minute meditation which really grounds me, taps. It's like plugging in the power cord for me. Okay. And it's almost like, say you decided to work on your computer and you didn't plug it in. It's not going to be very useful for you. Okay. So it's very important that you get, you plug in and you come from this place of being grounded, being positive. And one of the ways in which I do that is I have a gratitude ritual. Okay. So start with what you already have. It's easy to focus on what you currently don't have and what's not working. But let's flip that and actually start with where we currently are. And there's always something good to be grateful for. Okay, so it's really important to have that in place. There's many breath techniques that you can use. And one of the ones that I love to use is by Sadhguru, and it's called the Nadi Shuddhi. Okay, so I'm just kind of going to put that in. Nadi Shuddhi, and it's a particular way of breathing which helps you balance the masculine and the feminine energies, the left and the right brain. Okay, and it really grounds you in the right way. Okay, so this is the first step. Start out on a positive, powerful way. Okay, now let's look at the second thing that you want to do. Okay, what you want to do is you want to pivot your pitch. Okay, and let me help you get very clear about this. In terms of pivoting your pitch, here I'm really talking about how is it that you approach prospects. And right now, what's really working is if you focus on painkillers versus multivitamins. So, what are the things that are working right now? It's essential services. Okay. Unless it's an essential services, people are not interested in it. Okay, so take for example, one of my clients is in the IT business. His name is Ashwin Kukreja, and one of the things he found was that a lot of the big brands in the computer sales and service actually were inoperational during the lockdown, and a lot of people suddenly had to start working from home and were doing video conferencing and things like that. So they needed to have laptops. So he started to focus on that, and then he came up with a particular painkiller thing that he identified. He said that look, a lot of people have existing laptops, but because the kind of video conferencing that's there, it's causing a big demand on the RAM and etc. Instead of getting a brand new um, laptop, there's an easier way. If you upgrade the RAM, okay, then you can actually do it for a very cost effective manner, and you won't get the lag, and it will boot up quicker and it will work better. So he came up with what he calls the 2x challenge, that he will be able to double the speed. And while lockdown happened, he's added 300 new clients in a period of 3 months. Why? Because he decided to focus on pivoting his pitch and focusing on essential painkillers. What are your prospects currently facing as a result of the new reality? And as a result, he was able to really have massive growth. Okay, so I hope this is making sense to people. So once you've pivoted your pitch and focused on painkillers, okay, then the next thing you want to do is you want to pivot your publishing. And we're all able to utilize social media, we're able to utilize LinkedIn as a place where we can build credibility and trust. And one of the ways in which we can do that is to publish content. Okay. And you've got to publish content in a way which helps your target market understand that you are aware of the current problem. Because sometimes what happens is they're not even able to articulate what problem they're facing. But because you are dealing with these sorts of clients all the time, you're going to be able to identify that and articulate. So it's really good that you articulate and then show how you have a solution that solves this particular problem. And maybe it's a new problem. And if you're able to show results, testimonials, case studies, things like that, that will then help you build trust, credibility at scale. Okay, so you want to pivot your publishing in line with your new painkiller pitch. Okay, so it's very important. So more and more people become aware of this. Okay, so I'm going to just check in how are people doing. Is this all making sense to you guys? If you can just type in what are some of the things that you've picked up so far. Just want to check in with people. You can just type into the chat. That would be great. Shiv and Savvy, great to have you in. Tons of people on LinkedIn. Very nice. Okay, so let me continue with this. Okay, so step 3 is pivot your publishing. Step 4 is look at pivoting your product ecosystem. Are you able to go digital or go global? Is there a way that you can begin to align your painkiller solution? Now, take for example with my client Ashwin, who actually has a physical product. Okay, he identified that he needed to get a team that could deliver the product within Mumbai within 2 hours. So he ended up buying uh, motorcycles for some of his key staff, and he gave them loans to help them get them so that he could go and deliver. But for many of us, we could also have a digital solution, okay, which could even go global. And that's exactly what I did. I ended up saying, okay, what are some of the trainings that I've been doing physically delivering in person? How could I help those go global? And I identified some of them through the post, through interacting with my audience. What were the things that they were looking for? And we decided to go digital. So pivot your product ecosystem, okay? And that will help you gain more traction. Okay, next thing you want to do is step 5 is you want to pivot your profiles, because these new solutions, these new ways of doing things are so fluid. Okay, maybe your website, things like that, haven't had time to catch up. One of the fastest ways to kind of update this is actually change your LinkedIn headline, okay, and your LinkedIn banner, because it's a great way to brand yourself. And the LinkedIn headline, which is just under your name on LinkedIn, is actually part of this LinkedIn search algorithm. Okay, so if you update this, then it notifies your network. People are aware of the new changes that have happened. And when people also Google you or are searching for these sorts of solutions, then at least you will turn up. Now, you want to do this across the various other social media platforms that you use as well. Okay. And I ended up doing that. Initially, before COVID hit, I was positioned more as a business coach and a business mentor. And then I decided to zero in and focus in on LinkedIn, because that was something that I really deeply understood. I've been involved in networking both online and offline for the last 16 years. So that's something that I really understand very deeply. So I decided to focus in on that particular line. And, that was something that really then I had to articulate and put on my profiles. Okay. So it's important that your target market also knows about these particular changes. And as more new people begin to find out about you, a lot of people are going to end up checking out your LinkedIn profile. Okay. So it's a question of, like today, I managed to get an interview with a very large financial services company, which we just recorded earlier today, simply because of my LinkedIn profile. They were so impressed with my LinkedIn profile and said, we want to interview you about networking. So it just shows you how important this is. There's a particular stat that 67% of B2B buyers will check you out on LinkedIn before deciding to buy from you. Okay, so this is something which is important as well. Okay, next. Okay, step 6 is what I would say is mastermind your pivot. Find people like yourself, like-minded, like-hearted, and work with them in a mastermind. You will be able to crowdsource wisdom. Okay. One of the things I love about masterminds is that you can put your problem in front of this trusted crowd, experienced crowd of, say, entrepreneurs or people even from your own industry, and you can say, okay, this is what I'm looking to do. This is my pivot. This is how I want to change things. Okay, and you will be able to get people giving you feedback. You'll be able to get people giving you new ideas. You will get people questioning some of the things, and it's good to get different ways of looking at things. Okay. In addition, you will get accountability to follow through on decisions you've made. When someone checks in, a peer support group checks in with you and said, hey, you said you were going to do this, have you done it? Okay. Then it helps you follow through, and it gives you support. It helps you understand that you aren't the only one facing this. Sometimes entrepreneurship is a lonely journey. And we've created this amazing platform called Titan Masterminds, and we run these sorts of masterminds for experienced entrepreneurs. So it's a bi-monthly mastermind, 2 hour 15 minutes, and the next one is next Wednesday. So if you'd like to attend, okay, if you have a look at this particular website, titanmasterminds.com, okay, titanmasterminds.com, you'll find out more, and there's a little button there which says get invited. Just click on that and plug in your details, and we will arrange an invitation for you to attend one of our masterminds, which is upcoming. So the next one is going to be next Wednesday on the 7th. And this is a great way for you to really experience the power of a mastermind. Okay. And I absolutely love masterminds. A lot of key ideas I've been able to get because of masterminds. I refine them. In masterminds, I've kind of even incubated the ideas in a mastermind, because it's nice to say, hey, I'm thinking of doing this. Does this make sense? Is this something that you would be interested in, or people in the target market would be interested? It's great to get that feedback. Okay, so that's that. Lastly, once you've got all those 6 steps in place, the way to really grow massively, okay, is to pivot through partnerships. Find the right partners that you can collaborate with and co-create with, okay? Who are people that are complementary to you, that are serving your target market, okay? And if you can partner with them, then you can really go places, and you can begin to get your pitch out in front of the right people very quickly. I did this recently, where I've done a couple of webinars with people that have really helped me get a global audience. There was a particular company based in Dubai. There's another company that's based in Singapore called Genius U. So, finding the right partners, having the right pitch to go to them and say, hey, I understand that you and I are dealing with the same target market. Okay, this is how I can help them. This is, maybe I can do a small webinar for them, a presentation for them, an interview. This is ways in which you can quickly get yourself out there and begin to really generate tremendous amount of traffic. I would say that this has helped me get some 50, 60 new quality clients using just this system. Okay, so I hope this is making sense. These are the 7 pivots. Pivot your mindset, pivot your pitch, pivot your content, pivot your product ecosystem, pivot your profiles, mastermind your pivot, and lastly, pivot your partnerships. Okay, so wanted to just check in with people and just see how they are doing. So just checking in. We've got tons of comments. Yeah, Elizabeth, okay, saying yes, changing my LinkedIn profile. It has been amazing in terms of driving traffic to my site. Yes. Yeah, Debani, yeah, you're a part of Titan Masterminds and you've seen some great things happen as a result. Yeah, Nidhi, yes, it's the painkiller pitch that makes sense. Yeah, Elizabeth, you really like that. Very nice. Florence, some great insights. Okay, great. Awesome. Um, good. So I hope this has been useful and you've been able to. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Please put them in the chat. I'd love to answer them. Anything related to these pivots. As I've said, over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be going deeper into these so that you have these things. Yeah, Milan, thank you. You've been a brilliant supporter. So I did a little partnership with Milind as well. He's a member of our Titan Mastermind, but he's quite an influencer online. And he ended up interviewing me for one of his channels called the Mind Parachute Show. So great to have you here, Milind. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Type them in. I'd be happy to answer them. While you guys are thinking of that, one thing I wanted to just let you guys know is that this Saturday I have something great. I'm doing a free masterclass. It's going to be on the 3rd of October at 2:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. How to win high value clients using LinkedIn in just 15 minutes a day. This is really my flagship webinar, and we've just recently launched this as part of the Entrepreneur Summer School, and we've had some brilliant feedback there. So I'm reaching out to a larger community now, and I'm going to my own clients as well. So if you'd like to join me, then you can go to linkedinwebinar.gr8.com. I'm going to also put that in the comments. Just give me a second. So if you'd like to register, then you can use that linkedinwebinar.gr8.com, and you can do that. We'd love to see you there. I promise you it's going to be value packed, no fluff at all. Okay. So let's see some of the feedback. Yeah, Milan. So Titan Chiropathy Mastermind, TCM is rocking. Thank you, Milan. Bala Uni, yes. Very useful and interesting and always a powerful share. Thank you. Thanks, Bala. So nice to have you here as well. Awesome. If you have any questions, please let me know. Bash, great to have you. You're one of the investors in Genius U. Should I be mentioning it on my LinkedIn profile? Yeah, why not? You can have that. So maybe you can mention that as from one of the companies that you have, because Genius U is certainly on LinkedIn. and you can say you're an investor. I'm an investor as well. So hadn't thought of that, but that's a good idea. Like that question. Any other question? Yeah, Milind, as you say, the LinkedIn sessions are brilliant. I think, Elizabeth, you've seen some amazing things happen to you on LinkedIn since taking that particular course. So awesome. So wonderful. So thank you so much for joining me today. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you guys join me. So you can register for this LinkedIn webinar here at linkedinwebinar.gr8.com. And if you'd like to find out more about me and my business, then you can also have a look at my website, neerajshah.me. So neerajshah.me. So that's there. Okay, so Milind, so you have a question. What's the difference between lead generation, Facebook versus LinkedIn in terms of audience quality? I would say that LinkedIn compared to Facebook, LinkedIn has a much greater organic reach. You have like serious decision makers. Now there's about 700 million plus entrepreneurs on not only entrepreneurs but decision makers that are there on LinkedIn. About 60% of the people that are currently on LinkedIn are some sort of decision makers. 41% of all millionaires are on LinkedIn. Okay. Facebook has become more of a kind of pay to play platform, whereas LinkedIn is much more organic, and the organic reach is still definitely there. So in terms of quality of the audience, the engagement, the organic reach, you're able to get it much, much higher on LinkedIn. And I've just really enjoyed it much more. Yeah, Elizabeth says that she's done this particular session, so highly recommend it. Have a look at some of my LinkedIn recommendations recently over the last week, 10 days, and you'll see people talking about that. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. Stay tuned. I will let you know about upcoming sessions. So look forward to joining me again. I'm looking to make this kind of a Monday. This is evening session for me here. It just depends on what your timeline is. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining in. Thank you.